Tranquility. Some people achieve this feeling by laying in bed and reading a book, or watching Netflix with some friends. Maybe it's going on a run or drinking a warm glass of tea. Perhaps for some, it's walking their dog through a park or riding their bike in town. Possibly even shopping at their favorite boutique with their mother and sister. I find tranquility in hiking. Trekking through a lush green forest, strolling across an open plain with only a few shrubs of vegetation, jumping over a trickling stream, or picking my way along a rocky cliff edge. These are just some of the things that I have loved experiencing as I make my way through a trail. I have realized that one of the things I say most on the trail is, "This sure is pretty." My breath is continuously taken away by the sheer beauty of the nature around me. No cars or buildings obstructing the world in its purest form. It is this raw beauty that brings me tranquility. I feel small and almost insignificant walking among the 100-year-old trees, unchanged by the passing years. But this sensation doesn't bother me. In fact, in these moments, I just feel happy to be alive and grateful that I get the opportunity to see this part of the world, something that many people will never have the pleasure of experiencing. I feel bad for the individuals who never get to enjoy the pleasures of hiking, but at the same time, this thought makes me more appreciative of the fact that I get to be a part of the exclusive group of people who do. Every day, I am grateful for the fact that my parents raised me and my sister to be active and love the outdoors. My mom and dad introduced us to hiking at a young age because they wanted us to be healthy and experience the world as they had. I will admit, when I was younger, I thought it was a waste of time to go on hikes. They seemed pointless, boring, and tiring. I can't remember the exact moment when my attitude changed, but I am so glad it did. We really started getting into hiking more seriously when I was about 14 or 15 years old. My family and some close friends decided that we were going to hike the Grand Canyon from rim to rim. 7 miles down, 7 miles across, and 7 grueling miles back up the other side, totaling in 21 miles with 14,000 feet of elevation change. This was going to be by far the most rigorous hike I had ever been on, one that would require a lot of training. From the middle of May to the end of July, when we would be making this trek, our group went on many training hikes, slowly working up to canyon-worthy distances. During this time, I developed a stronger love of hiking and appreciation of my parents. I still griped about the hikes because I was usually pretty tired, sometimes coming from a weekend basketball tournament straight to the trail. But every time, about 2 miles into the hike, I reached my tranquility, happy that I was on this trail with these people. Aside from getting to see so much country through these hikes, I also got to spend forced quality time with my parents. Time that I would not have otherwise spent this way. Many of my best memories with my family were made on a trail. We all experienced hiking the Grand Canyon, and some things we saw can't properly be expressed to others, like what the first morning's light looked like as it spilled down the steep walls of the canyon. But we shared the experience, creating a bond that you can only understand if you were there. My mom, dad, a close friend, and myself began our journey at 4 a.m., all of us excited for what lay ahead. We hiked at different paces, so at some points, I was all alone on the trail with just my thoughts. I can vividly remember so much of this journey, but a point that always stands out in my memory is a moment when I was all alone, climbing up out of the canyon, walking on a trail that was only about 5 feet wide that was carved into the rock. The sun was hitting the opposing wall in such a way that highlighted the color striations in the different rocks, and the effect was jaw-dropping. More than once, I had to just stop and take it in. In these moments, I felt 100% at peace with myself and the world around me. I felt lucky to be among the 1% of the Grand Canyon visitors that hiked into its vast depths. I felt like asking the other 99%, "Do you know what's down there? What you're missing?" But those thoughts were short-lived, because my attention was continuously drawn back to the amazing panorama view that lay out around me. I could go on and on about the Grand Canyon and about how amazing it was, but I'll leave it at this. I cannot wait to go back. I continue to go on many hikes, and the most recent hike my family and I went on was not quite as tranquil and reflective as the Grand Canyon, but I enjoyed it for other reasons. On this hike, we had the joy of bringing my two very chatty younger cousins along. They talked the whole way, and while they enjoyed getting to spend the time with their big cousin and Aunt Kiki and Uncle Steve, these two girls went on this hike because that's what they were told we would be doing, not because they loved hiking as I do. For them, this was still forced family time, but that's okay. I can confidently say that one day they too will understand why hiking is so healthy and enjoyable. Most people think hiking is healthy because you get a good physical workout, which you do, but I hike for my mental health. Hiking is tranquility and bonding and peace. This, I believe.